Right, so good evening everybody, Malakith here, and this is Navy Field 2, which is currently in open beta. Go Google Navy Field 2 and you can join in, straight away. It's by Nexon, I believe, so they have some odd requirements on your username and password and a nice few bugs when it comes to logging in that you tell it to save your thing, but it doesn't, and it asks you to verify your email constantly, but it never lets you actually do that. But that's minor things for logging in. It takes all of 8 seconds to skip past each time. So I've got Gaz with me today, and we're going to be doing some battles. We are both pretty low level, so don't expect to see, any kind of crazy huge battleships. These are the default ships you get when you first start up the game. Once you hit level 11, as Japan I think is the first time you can upgrade, so let me just have a look. Yep, level 11 is my next upgrade, and I am level 8. I tend to be averaging a level a battle, so it's not too bad in terms of progression, but there you go. So let's get this started, shall we? Let me just pause the stream so I'm not downloading myself. Yeah, it's free to play. The original Navy Field was free to play, but you could pay to speed up your leveling rate and stuff like that. It was, I guess, World of Tanks sort of drew from it a little bit in terms of their style. The original Navy Field's been around for several years now. They've just sort of upgraded the engine from what I can see so far. But anyway. Guys, you ready?
Well, it should be starting by now, but it's doing the starting Visual CC Plus thing.
Oh.
Yeah. That's not very good. There we go, DirectX.
Right, I'll just mute again and explain this crappy system for finding games to them.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a few options when it comes to finding games. Missions are sort of cooperative missions. So for example, this first one, if you have a look at the available ship class armament types, I can't move the mouse to point at it unfortunately, you can see DD is highlighted, so that's a destroyer only mission. So you have to make sure your destroyer, which is this one here, is in the first slot if you want to do this mission. So it's 2-player co-op, and these are just like against AI. Fleet battles are your sort of your clan fights, so you'd have a group of your friends versus an equal sized group of enemies. And general battles is where you spend most of your time. So for some reason it shows you closed games, and there's no way to filter out closed games. It's still in open beta, I hope they fix that, it's a bit weird. So what you want to do is sort up here so that you've got the opened ones at the top, and then you're just looking for ones that's got spaces in basically. You ready yet, guys?
Finish. Okay, just waiting for it to start now.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sounds like Gaz is having some fun.
Okay, you can probably have a game without me while I try and work out why it doesn't want to start.
Right, I'll do that then. So you join a lobby, and you can see the Alpha and Bravo are the two teams' start points. You all start in here completely, independent. And what it does is it then tries to split into two teams and balance it based on the type of ships that are available and the general levels, and it does a reasonable job. So if we have a look, so BB are battleships, DD destroyers, CAs are cruisers, APAs are troop transports. What you're looking for is the more obscure ones, which there don't seem to be any. So CV would be in a carrier, which isn't really what you want, because those things have planes on and they're nasty. Submarines is the other thing to watch out for when you're low level. So it's just a matter of waiting till enough people are in the room that the host decides to start it. There's not much I can do to force that along, unfortunately. What do I think of the new Rome 2 vid? Some things that concerned me about the Rome Total War 2 video. This is the gameplay one, not the sort of cutscene-y one. when the Romans charge at the, I think it's archers, and they throw the javelins, you see like a smoke trail effect to show that, you know, they've fired. But it's not very straight. It looks like the javelins are doing the corkscrew or some sort of weird mid-air dance. It just looked very weird. I mean, to have that effect there to start with was pretty weird. I suspect you'll get mods of various types that strip it out and remove it. Okay, so here you can see the two teams have been separated out, so I was in Bravo, I think it was. Someone's asked how uni work is going. The big report, which was 9,000 words, I think, in the end, 50 pages, 54 pages in total, is due in Friday. I finished it Friday/Saturday. I just sat there and typed for 2 days solid, so that was ridiculous. Anyway, on with the game. So this is the view you get. So the first thing I'm going to do is push X to turn off the click to fire thing, because when you left click it sort of points to guns, and by default that would fire them as well, which isn't ideally what we want. So right click tells your ship where to go. W for speed, you can see the speed up here, so fast. So we want to get away from this middle area as quickly as possible. So we got main guns, which are two big like cannon batteries. We got sub guns, which are like lots of little tiny guns. So they're sort of on the two sides of the ship. And finally we have torpedoes, which are just fun. So we will turn off the click to fire on those, and I will set them to contact as opposed to proximity. So what you'll get is all sorts of different types of ships in this, and one of my favourite is the torpedo boat style. It just zooms in really small, high speed, and just spams torpedoes in someone's face. And basically it goes dodge that and then runs away as quickly as it can. So here you go, here's some torpedoes. This is the guy trying to capture this airfield. He's going to get slammed into by that torpedo. But he's busy getting bombarded by 2, 3, 4 battleships at the moment. But we better go back to my own ship before I go beach it on some land somewhere. So he's been sunk. His little landing craft have nearly captured this base actually. Looks like he has, in fact. So if we left click quickly. Where am I? Over there. So you can see the maximum range of the guns is this sort of arc here. Obviously you're moving, the target's moving, there's time to travel. The further away you're shooting, the longer it takes to get there. So there is quite a bit of prediction involved. Some ships can shoot further than other ships. Some ships have bigger guns than other ships. There's all sorts of things going on here. Do I have some kind of schedule on this stream? It's normally 8 till 10 and is pretty much whatever I feel like playing on a Wednesday. Can you get submarines? Yes. You can get aircraft carriers, you can get escort aircraft carriers, which are smaller and faster. So what I'll be doing is for the first sort of, well, the next half hour, I won't do too long with this because I know it's not possibly the most enthralling to watch on these big maps when I've got such tiny ships. So after I finish playing this for a bit, I will move on to Minecraft survival games, which you are more than welcome to join in. I will give you the server that I'm in joining, and if you can get in quick enough, then obviously you can take part as well. And then at 8 o'clock we will move on to Nord Invasion for the private event. Someone says, are there stealth ships? No, this is set during the World War II era, so there are no stealth ships. I do realise there were things like X-boats and stuff in World War II, but yeah, some of the sound effects aren't great, but it's, you know, it's free to play for one. It's open beta for two. Where's he running to? He must be one of the only people up here because he really is fleeing and isn't getting much support. So I think this is one of the little destroyers that can probably torpedo spam. You can see how quickly they can turn. Can you control an aircraft carrier? I personally can't because I'm not high enough level, but they are in game, yes. Excuse me while I just turn Skype off. But I can't even see Skype on my toolbar. How the hell is he Skyping me? That's impressive, Skype. That's really impressive. You're not even loaded. Bloody ninja software. There we go. Right, back to the game. So we're finally in range. You can see they take a while to travel, and I was not leading the target enough there. The little circles next to my mouse pointer tell me when I'm reloaded, so I've aimed for here. We get some damage there? I think we did. In they come. Just chase him, shall we? In they come. Oh! And we sink him. Ninja kill. Still that. Never mind. Is this closed beta? No, this is open beta. You can just type in Navy Field 2, go to their website. It's all yours. Have fun. Now we could help capture this, but it will take forever and it's pretty boring. So we'll go find some people to shoot at instead. That ship there would be perfect because he's nearly dead. Come here. Full speed ahead. Oh, someone else is going to sink him just before we can get into range. No! Ow! Is there a strategy to attack? Yes, you'll see... Let's find an enemy that I can demonstrate. Okay, what you'll see is enemies have on their health bar, it looks like flashing red. That means they've still got armor, so you push Z to swap to armor piercing. So you want to strip off their armor first, and then you swap to high explosives. And you'll find that different ships are armored in different ways. So you have deck armor, you have side armor, you have sort of torpedo skirts. So some ships will be weaker on if you shoot them on the deck, so you want to fire long-range shells that land directly on top of them. Some will have weaker sides, so you want to get up close and just pummel the side of them. And the ones that have... Oh, what was that? Oh, hello. The ones that are weak to torpedoes, you obviously want to shoot with torpedoes. Don't know how he can see me and I can't see him. Yeah, we got some hits on him. I think he's still got armour, so we'll swap to armour piercing. Torpedo incoming from somewhere. The other thing you saw just a minute ago was one of the ships dumping landmines from behind it. You can hear them. There we go, we're taking fire. There he is. So my little gun's in range. Yes, just. So obviously the big guns reload slower than the smaller ones. So you want to swap between both of them to maximise output. The little ones do considerably less damage, as you can see from the numbers popping up off of this thing. Oh, he's got a friend. On low health, let's aim for him. Missed. So we're taking quite a bit of damage here. Nope, missed. Okay. Right, let's fire some torpedoes at their base. I'm not sure if that works. We'll give it a try. I don't know, what was that? No, apparently it does. Oh, yeah, and you can hit friendly targets. So, beware of that. So they're pretty close to winning the other team. They've captured more of the bases around the map. It's like you can deal damage to this, but it takes a lot, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll get up to speed and go fight something. Seems they've got better vision than us, probably because we're around their base and so it will just show us to them. I would say there's a lot of ships over there given the amount of fire coming in. Oh, that's some good hits. Right, his armor's down so we can swap to high explosive now. And the battle's over. Is it only one life per game? No, when your ship's destroyed you can go back and swap to one of the other two ships you've got and it gets slowly repaired over time. Will I upload these to YouTube? Yes, I will. So you can see we get some experience there. Get some credits so you can unlock stuff, and these are your various sort of gunners on the ship. Can you ram? No. Is it free? Yes.